Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at a CRKT bit driver. And I still find that initialization awkward. CRKT just doesn't roll off the tongue. This is the 9910 model number, the Scout Tools design. That's an all-metal bit driver. I believe this is stainless, but I'm not particularly positive on that one. But I see something like this. It's all metal. It's got carrying capacity for bits, and I'm like, okay, I got to try this out. It was 30, I want to say 35 bucks on this one, but I'm not positive. It's got nice knurling down here, which is good if you're doing this because you can use the cap as a spin because it's got a magnet, so you can't spin it easily. You can't go like this, but it does spin because it's just held in place with a magnet, and the magnet is quite good. Nice uh, bit of retention in there, and you can see how there's the magnet right there, and you turn it over, and you can see the magnet. It's also in this end, and there's also magnets at the base of each bit, so nothing's going to fall out. Nothing's going anywhere. Now, all of the bits that come with this are Torx, and they are very common Torx bits because if you are a knife person, like I am a knife person, you know that when you want to work on a knife, you need Torx bits. Now, when I got this out of the package, I was just playing with it. I just picked the knife off of my bench. This is a Les George um, uh, knife, which is really quite nice. And I just, out of curiosity, every single fastener on this knife is in this tool. So there you go. So that's, to my mind, that's like, okay, you sold me right there because this is going to meet everything. Usually, if I have to get bit drivers, I have to go to my toolbox, open up the drawer with like screwdrivers and bit drivers in it, dig around and find it. And now all of the general ones I'm going to need for any kind of fix for a knife is going to be right here. Um, and I also happen to have the look. I'm a guy that likes metal. I like shiny stuff, and this has a nice look to it. And it's got a nice flat right here, which is great because you can just put it on your desk, and there it is. You don't have to worry about it being on its side and rolling away, which is a pain in the butt. We've all had tools. You put them down, and you go like this, and they're rolling across the surface that you're sitting next to. Very frustrating. I prefer tools that stay where I put them, and this will stay where you put it. But even if you put it down, it doesn't roll horribly, but it does roll. Because of this nice knurling in there, it's going to eventually stop. And they did a really good job of continuity because the knurling on the cap blends in very well with the three stripes they have knurling they have on here. It's, in fact, if you didn't know this was a cap at first, you might not have been able to tell by looking at it. This is smooth in here, and again knurling on here, so you can do that. I find that to be slightly awkward, but I have arthritis, so if you don't, you probably have a much easier time of doing that kind of thing. I'm more inclined just to take a bit driver and do this until it's loose, and then sometimes just take the bit itself, the 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 the, uh, the tool bit, and then just take it out the rest of the way. But yeah, arthritis stinks. Does limit what I can use for tools. This one is quite comfortable. I also like the overall design. It's comfortable size. It's obviously small. I mean, I can make this thing disappear in my hand. Um, I really like this thing. I think it was. I stumbled on it. I'd never even seen it advertised. I was looking for something else, and this happened to pop up in the on Amazon. I'm like, okay, I'll take a look at that, and I did, and I was quite happy with it. So it sits on my desk, and it's going to stay there because this has got all the bits I need when I want to make a modification to a knife. Awesome. Of course, you do have this situation. Will be times when you have to do this, and that means I still have to go dig out my tools because I don't think I'm going to buy two of these things. No, I guess you could. So when you have a situation where you have to do that to a fastener, you can still do it. That's frustrating. And usually it's like a knife. It's the pivot for the blade. Sometimes that can be a pain in the butt. I prefer fasteners that have been designed so that they only tighten on one side, so like Chicago screws style. So the other side is just static. It's not going anywhere. I think it's a superior design, and it makes your life much easier if you're going to make an adjustment because you only have one thing to play with as opposed to having the blue things to play with, which is a pain in the butt, like I said. So I like this thing. And I think that anybody out there who is a tool, as a tool person would appreciate it. And if you are a knife person, you are definitely going to love this thing. And if you're looking for gifts for a knife person, this is this. They're never going to say no to something like this. They're going to think this is cool. If they don't have one, they're going to think this is cool. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so this has been the CRKT uh, bit driver 9910 Scout Tools design, and I think that you're going to love this thing if you like knives.